Wait a minute. Both of you are all covered in dirt, and you're holding a suspicious stone slate. Did you return from the desert by any chance? Are the changes in the mausoleum of King Desert linked to you?
No, we're fraud. But I have all 70 from the desert. I'm going to cry if I see that I only have 69. Okay, so yeah, I got all 70 from the desert. I'm gonna put them in. God damn, I just realized that I'm not an Animo Traveler. Gracious. I need to go back and do that. So the whole Quentin component thing, I need to run around, kill all those robots that had the boss health bar, and get the stuff. But apparently, some of it can be walked out. I don't care. The reward at the end of it is literally just a precious chest of 40 primo gems, and I don't know. I don't exactly feel like doing it right now. So I want to get the quest over with, and then maybe I'll go do the glinting component thing. But as of right now, I don't feel like doing it. I mean, there's a part of me saying, well, what's that 40 primo gems really gonna be worth in the end for me if I don't get neat loot? Well, you know, they would still probably work.
That's why they didn't want it, because it's not wood.
So we still have to end this side quest with Soheil, and I hope it's not a long side quest. I hope it's short, but I guess we'll find out, won't we?
It's a lot cooler here. Mind letting me see the slate?
Hey, you're spending too much time on this. You're not trying to commit the text and the memory and skip on our pay, are you?
Sorry, I was just fascinated. This is my first time writing like this. Seeing writing like this.
Any discoveries?
Some of it looks like a construction log. It mentions Aru, but there's no way to know if it is connected to Aru village. Too bad the records are something. But this discovery is certainly worth several pages of writing. Thank you very much. Here is for our agreement.
You should be thinking Tazard instead.
That's right. If we weren't trying to prove Tazard correct, we wouldn't have found this slate.
You're right. Tazard's the one I should be thinking. Yes, indeed. My next step would be to find a bigger collection of primary materials, but that's going to be difficult without getting into the desert. Oh, I have an idea. If you have the time, please hear me out.
Mr. Soheil, are you thinking? The sage prohibits any researcher from going into the desert.
Now, I wouldn't dare challenge the sage's authority, but I'm sure he would never permitted the giving of gifts, right?
Gifts? What are you going to give us?
Something very precious. My archaeology notes. To be honest, I ventured into the desert more than a dozen years ago, but didn't find anything special other than noting the locations of several potential ruins. I believe it's fate that brought me back to your acquaintance in these ruins, so I want you to have these notes.
Are you trying to... I get it. That isn't against the rules, but I'm afraid your actions would...
My actions? I am simply presenting a gift as a celebration of my friendship with...
Suppose? It's fair indeed.
The world of research is way too complicated. He could have just come out and said that he needed our help. Instead, we had to go through this whole charade. If you ask Paimon, he's just afraid that the big guy over there would rat him out to the sage.
Wow, Paimon, you actually understood.
Of course. He was just short of writing "help me" all over his face. If we help him now, I'm sure we'll get loads of rewards. Let's take a look at what's written in Soheil's gift. Looks like he's been having a pretty hard time. He explored the area around the mausoleum of King Desert for a month without obtaining any results. He didn't want to give up and found the transparent ruins. And then he found something a lot smaller than the mausoleum of the King Desert. The tomb of whatever. Finally, he was attacked by a group of mercenaries in a place called Rambower Rock. Even though he went through all that, he still wrote that compared to the mockery, having no improvement in knowledge is more painful to endure.
He sounded like a completely different person.
Yeah, seems like he really was in it for the knowledge back then. Paimon's a little moved. From that perspective, it wouldn't be an exaggeration for him to call this a precious gift. Let's visit each location mentioned in the notes. If we find something decent, let's bring it back as a gift.
Well, Lord knows I don't have all that. Oh, of course. 1. I got it all. Oh no. I still have to find the rest. Oh, son of a bitch.
Bro, like, what do you mean? I feel like I've searched... Okay, thank God they're marked.
Thank God they are marked. I thought I already searched these places, though. Oh no, wait a minute. Some of them I kind of just left behind because I didn't want to do them at the time. At least they're all marked, so it makes things easy. I guess I will go after those glinting components, I guess. Shit. Damn underground teleportation, son of a bitch. This is closest. At least after today, my business in the desert, at least this half of the desert, because there's no way there's not going to be more desert again. Let's count ourselves lucky that the desert didn't have a heat bar. Because that would just make things stupid. I think it's the first time I've actually seen a heat wave in the desert now. Now these little transparent ruins. Be quiet, Paimon. Now I need to find out how to solve it. What, did I really just miss that before? You know, if it was that simple, I could have had this done a while ago. Sometimes there is no reason to do this. I mean, what do you want me to make? Just a dead end, dude. I'm just waiting for the thing to respawn at this point, I think. Because I'll be running around here for just nothing. Huh? Oh, because the thing ran out. There we go. It's as simple as that. Okay.
I'll keep this close.
Well, I found it. And then you just open a door being like, alright, get out. You've already done it. This is underground. This is... Why are all these wish they put teleporters closer to these spots. But part of me had actually forgotten about getting these little slates, and then I was like, you know, they're probably important. And then when we got one at the end of that up there, I was like, they're gonna be important to Soheil, aren't they? Why are the clouds freaking out? It's just good to be getting to the end of a big Genshin grind. That means I can go back and play other games again. Yeah, Paimon, what do you think this is? Man. Right. Okay. It's not the way in. At least half of this quest I've practically already completed. I was turned away from this before just because every entrance I tried to go into was blocked, just because I couldn't find the right one. And some of these places I just never found. So let's not be foolish. What, were you starting off correctly?
A reward on
Wow,
the
that
road.
was immediate. Come on. Oh my god. Just saw a really stupid text in the Discord that just disappoints me. Not a text from any friend, that's just a stupid thing. Apparently, Dream has been doing his face reveal recently, and people are like freaking out about it, like, oh my god, I got to see Dream's face, and I'm sitting here like, okay, it's just a guy's face. Though it's not like I haven't been like, oh, what's H2O Delirious look like? But it's like, I actually kind of like that guy, but Dream, I don't give a shit. See, I'm not no Dream fanatic. Don't know what's so good about that Dream guy. Someone would just be like, we don't know what's so good about you.
I'll
I
keep
could
this
say,
close.
fair point. The King of the Four Lands. That sounds like a Dark Souls boss. Huh? Oh, I think they just mean... Oh, they just mean turn these in. So I only had like one thing that I actually didn't do. That quest was pretty much completed in itself. Disappointment. I've put my disappointment into the Discord chat.
You're back. Did you find anything special in the desert?
We explored the tomb.
So you went to the tomb. It's a miniature version of the mausoleum of King Desert, just like I said, right? Any new discoveries? It sounds like you didn't find anything special. I guess size isn't the only difference between the two locations. And as for the slate...
What is it? What is it? It has so many words, so it's gotta be valuable, right?
From what I can tell, it's no ordinary fable that features... I mean, it is an ordinary fable that features some animals.
How can this be?
But that's okay, I can still squeeze a paper out of this, albeit a short one. The Retreat of the Sheep, a preliminary study of the environmental change in the desert.
We explored the Lamb Devour Rock.
You weren't in any danger, were you? Not that I doubt you could handle any situation even if you did encounter Thutmose. So there is a secret base after all. No wonder Thutmose still managed to rob me despite all the precautions I took. What a bunch of ignorant fools! They claim to worship King Desert, and yet they randomly throw such important relics around. Inexcusable. I must thank you on behalf of the Academia for getting such a valuable,
What's with the sudden frown? Did you run into something difficult to decipher?
Just the opposite, really. It's a love poem. Perhaps this slate would be more valuable to those of Havarata. I can hardly imagine what title they come up with. On the relationship between development of rhetoric and progress of civilization.
We explored the transparent ruins.
You went to the transparent ruins. Did you find anything?
Of course.
So King Desert did indeed withhold a secret behind that unknown force. I shall get to the bottom of it. This is... How could this be?
You look pale. Did you discover something terrible?
No, they're not exactly terrible. The writings on the stone slate were complicated, but they're actually records of leave requests. In addition, the recorded excuses are not any different from that of the young scholars today. It's a good thing I failed to find a way into the transparent ruins back in the day. I imagined I would have been quite livid. Anyway, I must thank you for bringing the slates back. Perhaps I should go ask around about the excuses people make in Mondstadt. That could be enough for me to write a paper. Time out from a busy schedule on the evolution of the perception of off days in the different societies. Now that the three ruins have been fully explored, I can finally put my thoughts to rest. Well then, to celebrate the strengthening of our friendship, I shall prepare more gifts of gratitude for our big hero and little hero.
You scratch our back, we scratch yours.
That's right. We got treasure and you got inspiration for your papers.
The papers, yeah. Even though I collected enough materials, I no longer depend on churning out volumes. It's a breakthrough I'm after. I must still go into the mausoleum of King Desert myself.
But the sage said,
Yes, I get it. It's always about the sage with you. I'm just griping, that's all.
what do you need a breakthrough for?
To become a candidate for the next sage, of course. To outsiders, the difference between a researcher and a sage is like a small fruit and a larger fruit. In reality, the gap is even greater than the difference between a hitticher and slime.
Those are two completely different things.
That's exactly it. They are two different things altogether. The sages control the Akasha, so they virtually have all the researchers by our throats. They could make us they could make or break us with just one word. So many people have labored and fought over papers, some even as old as me. We'd given up our dignity just for a chance to be deemed worthy by the sages. Therefore, I must become a sage myself, or all the suffering I've endured would have been for nothing. I'm sure you understand if you are a researcher.
No, Paimon thinks Amin would be more like you in the notes.
Notes?
Remember when you...
Oh god, it's getting hard to do actually.
Remember what you wrote in your notes? Compared to the mockery, having no improvement in knowledge is more painful to endure?
What? I wrote that? I would have never looked at things from that perspective again.
It's good to remember everything again.
What do you mean, Paimon? This is a bit abrupt, but there's one more favor I'd like to ask.
Do you want us to look for more stone slates?
No, I have enough stone slates. I just feel like reading my old notes again. Please allow me to take back the archaeology notes I gave you. I'll prepare something else as a gift for you.
Sure.
Thank you for all your help, and may your travels be smooth. Thanks for reminding me of a time when I was younger. It's a pretty good feeling.
To be continued, huh? God damn. Whew. Well, that's done. With that, actually, that is all of the side quests I can do before doing the main quests. And, well, I don't feel like doing the main quests because of what they entail. And there are other side quests that need commissions to be done, which are like 5 of them, and there are so many commissions that it's not exactly as lucky as I would want to be. You know, I put in my phone in my notes about how long it took me to, no, actually, I just put in my notes when I reached adventure rank 58, because it's kind of like trying to help me figure out when I will get to adventure rank 60 after I reach 59. So if I put down it took me a year, it would probably be longer, considering, I'll be honest with you, it may take me 4 more months to get to adventuring 59. When I get to adventuring 59, I'll be honest with you, I think it's going to take me 2 years to get to adventure rank 60. Or maybe a year and a half. That is if, well, no, we will definitely get Fontaine next year, probably. Most definitely, but, you know. Anyway, these are the only 2 that will be done, that have to be done after doing the main quest. These 3 are side quests, so, for, you know what I mean, they're commission chains, so. Alright, I guess I'll go get the glinting components, and then will be done here.
I swear by my sword. Wings of darkness, come, step up. Wingblade, go as well.
None of them went invisible, so it made things easy. Now, where is the... Oh, I just get it straight from them. So now... I have all the components. Yeah, I got all the components needed. I don't really know if I should go after these. The sheep head and the giant serpent. I don't even know where these are in here. Put all those in. And there we go. Oh boy, another monolith. I know I don't got the stuff for this. Yay. Oh well.
I'll keep
I got
this
this. I got my adventure experience and my primo gems.